The mountain doesn't say you're black, you're white, you're weak, you're strong. It's one rule for everybody. If you give up, you die. Hey there! Welcome to Fact Dose, where we're dedicated to unlocking the wonders of the world one dose at a time. Today, we're delving into the heart of danger, where mountains touch the sky and men test their limits. We're about to unveil the chilling mystery of the most dangerous mountain on Earth, K2. Get ready for a heart-pounding adventure where legends are born, and where some are never heard from again. Let's conquer fear and explore this extraordinary journey together. The second highest mountain in the world, with a height of 8,611 meters, just 237 meters shorter than Mount Everest, K2 has a reputation for being far more hazardous than Everest, and the statistics don't lie. Historically, for every 100 climbers who have made it to the summit of Everest, 4 have died. For every 100 climbers who have summited K2, 29 have died. K2 also became popularly known as the Savage Mountain after George Bell, a climber on the 1953 American expedition, told reporters, "It's a savage mountain that tries to kill you." Of the 5 highest mountains in the world, K2 is the deadliest. Approximately 1 person dies on the mountain for every 4 who reach the summit. K2 is located partly in a region of Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan and Xinjiang province of China. K2 is the highest point above sea level in the Karakoram region. The Karakoram mountain range is home to 5 of the world's 17 highest mountain peaks. Now, let's see why is K2 more difficult to climb than Mount Everest. There are several reasons K2 is more difficult to climb than Mount Everest, despite it being slightly smaller in height. Firstly, the tracks and trails into K2 are varied. To arrive at the base camp of K2, trekking groups and climbing expeditions must trek over the Baltoro and Godwin-Austen glaciers. Walking on the uneven surface of the glaciers makes the trip much more difficult. Glaciers are harder to climb and walk on than mere snow or rock. Glaciers are a mixture of rock, ice, and anything else picked up as the ice moves. Footing can be unsteady, and a twisted or broken ankle can occur. In comparison, Mount Everest has a dirt trail into a well-worn base camp. Secondly, what makes K2 so much more tricky to climb and the trek is the amount of equipment adventure holidaymakers must bring with them. A trekker will have their entire expedition in their pack. Sleeping and a mess tent must be set up every night and break down every morning along the way. Once a climber gets onto K2, they realize the mountain is shaped like a triangle. There are no twists or turns, and the rock faces are steep, slippery, and need 110% of your focus. The terrain is insanely technical. Next, the weather is the main factor in the difficulty level of K2. The weather in the region is incredibly unpredictable. Mount Everest's paths are well worn and laid out due to the high traffic that has occurred up it. The same cannot be said for the mighty K2. K2 is the ultimate favorite destination for trekkers, hikers, explorers, and mountain climbers for the challenge it offers. In addition, K2 has very few climbing expeditions and trekkers per year, making it an even more desirable mountain to climb or trek. Statistically speaking, there is a 40% chance that the climbers will not summit K2 in any one attempt. There are fewer than 400 K2 summits overall so far. In comparison, Everest has had over 7,500 summiteers so far. Now, let's have a look at the treacherous paths that climbers take to conquer this beast. The most popular climbing route on K2 is the Abut Spur. This route is at the southeast ridge of the mountain. It extends an incredible 3,311 meters upwards toward the summit. Along the route, climbers navigate nearly sheer rock faces which can rise around 80 degrees. Climbers must also avoid frequent avalanches. The falling rock and avalanches along the Abut Spur are unpredictable and can occur at any point in the journey, making the climb to K2's summit even more difficult. The Abut Spur also offers up natural landscape hurdles to increase the trail's difficulty. These hurdles include the house chimney, the Black Pyramid, and the shoulder. After overcoming those treacherous landscapes, climbers then reach the bottleneck, which is a steep gully ridged. Its columns of glacial ice are prone to collapsing onto trekkers. What is the weather like on K2? While the terrain is dangerous in itself, The mountain's unpredictable weather wreaks havoc with climbing expeditions. K2 is nearly impossible to ascend without being stuck in life-threatening weather conditions. The best months to trek or climb K2 are June, July, and August, when temperatures in the region rise for summertime. The weather's unpredictability and sudden storms are partly due to K2's peak being higher than the mountains nearby. The mountain peak rises into the upper layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Trekkers and climbers can experience good weather on one side of K2 while the other offers life-threatening conditions. Winters on K2 are so dangerous that climbs are rare during the season. Winds in wintertime can reach up to 200 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, temperatures can drop to a bone-chilling -60 degrees Celsius. The terrain and weather make K2 an uneasy mountain to climb. The combination of the two offers slippery slopes that are difficult to get a foot on. In addition, freezing temperatures can be unbearable. If those two aspects are not enough to cause danger to mountain climbers, then altitude is a third element that can cause problems for climbers. K2 high altitudes provide less oxygen to climbers than closer to sea level. Although the number of deaths that have occurred on K2 is low, oxygen deprivation is also a factor that must be considered by trekkers and climbers, just like terrain and climate. There you have it, adventurers, our exhilarating journey through the heart of K2, the most formidable adversary Mother Nature has ever crafted. If you enjoyed this remarkable tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fact Dose for more intriguing facts from around the world, all in our quest to unlock the wonders of the world with Fact Dose. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, there's a world full of incredible stories waiting to be discovered. Until next time, this is Fact Dose, signing off.